Do you ever feel a heavy pit in your stomach the moment you say yes to a favor you actually hate? You're smiling on the outside, but inside, your brain is grieving its lost peace. Today, we aren't just talking about saying no. We're exploring the secret architecture of your nervous system and why your brain thinks being liked is a matter of life and death. By the end of this, you'll have a literal script to reclaim your autonomy. Most advice on people-pleasing tells you to just have more confidence, but they're missing the biological truth. Your brain is likely a high-definition emotional radar. You don't just hear a request, you download the other person's stress, their micro-expressions, and the slight shift in their vocal tone. Scientists suggest that about 20% of us are wired this way. Your nervous system is set to perceive everything. When you think about saying no, your brain doesn't just see a refusal, it predicts a catastrophe. You aren't weak. You are simply processing a massive amount of social data that others are completely blind to. Pause for a second. Can you actually feel the weight of someone's expectation in the room before they even open their mouth? If so, you aren't imagining it. That's your neural network at work. If you find it impossible to say no, it's often because your brain learned early on that your safety depended on being useful. Many of us grew up too fast, skipping the messy chapters of childhood to become the emotional glue for our families. You learned to read the room before you could read chapter books. This isn't a flaw, it's a masterpiece of survival. You became an expert at anticipating needs so that chaos wouldn't erupt. But now, in adulthood, that same system is still running in the background, telling you that if you aren't solving someone's problem, you aren't safe. You've mistaken being needed for being loved. Here's the twist. You don't actually like helping everyone. You're just addicted to the temporary safety that comes from making sure nobody is mad at you. Sociologists often talk about the masks we wear to manage how the world sees us. For the people pleaser, the mask is the reliable one or the low-maintenance friend. You spend your day managing everyone else's emotional temperature while your own battery is quietly draining in the background. It's an exhausting show. You've become so good at performing fine that people have stopped asking if you're actually okay. This creates a bone-deep tiredness that sleep can't fix because it isn't your body that's tired, it's your soul that's tired of pretending. You're an expert at reading others. You were trained to be responsible early on, and now you're paying for it with total exhaustion. Why do we have an existential crisis over saying no to a small favor, but remain oddly calm when our own lives are falling apart? This is the control paradox. Because the big stuff in life feels totally out of our hands, our brains try to micromanage the small stuff, like other people's opinions of us. If you can keep everyone happy, you feel like you have a handle on the world. You rehearse conversations and anticipate danger in every silence because unpredictability once meant danger. You're trying to prevent a storm by catching every individual raindrop. Think of it like being an air traffic controller for 100 planes when you only have one runway. Eventually, something has to stay in the air. To stop this, you need a bridge between your survival instincts and your actual needs. We're going to use a 3-step workflow called the sanctuary script. The 24-hour buffer: never say yes in the moment. Your emotional Wi-Fi is too busy downloading their feelings. Use the line, "I need to check my energy/schedule and get back to you by tomorrow." The accuracy check. Ask yourself, am I doing this for my private self because I truly care, or my public mask because I'm scared of the silence that follows a no? The neutral reframing. State your boundary without an apology. Instead of, "I'm so sorry I can't," try, "I'm protecting my capacity right now, so I have to pass." Pause. Think of one request you're currently dreading. Mentally apply the 24-hour buffer to it right now. How does your chest feel when you give yourself that space? The world loves people who grow up too fast. Society rewards those who are low maintenance and productive. But nobody asks what it cost you to become that way. You have spent your life being a human doing, measuring your worth by your usefulness to others. It's time to practice being a human being. You are allowed to be messy, irresponsible, and even a beginner at letting others take care of you. You don't need to earn your place at the table by serving everyone else. Setting boundaries doesn't make you antisocial, it makes you a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't run all over the beach trying to save every boat. It stays grounded and shines its light from a place of stability. When you protect your peace, you actually become a safer person for others to be around, because they don't have to guess if your yes is real. You are a whole set already, not a broken piece looking for a match. The quietest rooms often hold the loudest truths, and the truth is, your peace is worth protecting. If this felt uncomfortably accurate, you're definitely one of our people. Hit subscribe and let me know in the comments, what's the hardest no you've ever had to say?